Ecclesiastes, the vanity of life. The word of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, says the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What profit has a man from all his labor in which he toils under the sun? One generation passes away and another generation comes, but the earth abides forever. The sun also rises and the sun goes down and hastens to the place where it arose. The wind goes toward the south and turns around to the north. The wind whirls about continuously and comes again on its circuit. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full, to the place from which the rivers come. There they return again. All things are full of labor. Man cannot express it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. That which has been is what will be. That which is done is what will be done. And there is nothing new under the sun. Is there anything of which it may be said, see, this is new? It has already been in ancient times before us. There is no remembrance of former things, nor will there be any remembrance of things that are to come, by those who will come after. The grief of wisdom. I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem, and I set my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all that is done under the heaven. This burdensome task God has given the sons of man, by which they may be exercised. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and it is vanity and grasping for the wind. What is crooked cannot be made straight, and what is lacking cannot be numbered. I communed with my heart, saying, look, I have attained greatness, and have gained more wisdom than all who were before me in Jerusalem. My heart has understood great wisdom and knowledge, and I set my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is grasping for the wind, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. The vanity of pleasure. I said in my heart, come now, I will test you with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure, but surely this was also vanity. I said of laughter, madness, and of mirth, what does it accomplish? I searched in my heart how to gratify my flesh with wine, while guiding my heart with wisdom, and how to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was good for the sons of men to do under heaven all the days of their lives. I made my works great. I built myself houses and planted myself vineyards. I made myself gardens and orchards, and I planted all kinds of fruit trees in them. I made myself water pools from which to water the growing trees of the grove. I acquired male and female servants, and had servants born in my house. Yes, I had greater possessions of herds and flocks than all who were in Jerusalem. Before me I also gathered for myself silver and gold, and the special treasures of kings and of providences. I acquired male and female singers, the delights of the Son of Men, and musical instruments of all kinds. I became great and excelled more than all who were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me. Whatever my eyes desired, I did not keep from them. I did not withhold my heart from any pleasure. For my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my reward from all my labor. Then I looked on the works that my hands had done, and on the labor in which I had toiled, and indeed all was vanity and grasping for the wind. There was no profit under the sun. The end of the wise and the fool. Then I turned myself to consider wisdom and madness and folly, for what can the man do who succeeds the king? Only what he has already done. Then I saw the wisdom exceeds folly. As light excels darkness, the wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walks in darkness. Yet I myself perceive that the same event happens to them all. So I said in my heart, as it happens to the fool, it also happens to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, this is also vanity. For there is no more remembrance of the wise than the fool forever, since all that now is will be forgotten in the days to come. And how does a wise man die as the fool? Therefore I hated my life, because the work that was done under the sun was distressing to me, for all is vanity and grasping for the wind. Then I hated all of my labor in which I had toiled under the sun, because I must leave it to the man who will come after me, and who knows whether he will be wise or a fool. Yet he will rule over my labor in which I toiled, and in which I have shown myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. Therefore I turned to my heart, and despaired all of the labor in which I had toiled under the sun. For there is a man whose labor is with wisdom, knowledge, and skill, yet he must leave his heritage to a man who has not labored for it. This is also vanity, and a great evil. For what has man for all his labor, and for the strife under the sun? For all his days and his work burdensome, even in the night his heart takes no rest. This is also vanity. Nothing is better for a man than he should eat and drink, and that he should enjoy labor. This also I saw was from the hand of God. For who can eat, who can have enjoyment more than I? For God gives wisdom and knowledge and joy to a man who is good in his sight, but to the sinner he gives the work of gathering and collecting, that he may give to him who is good before God. This is also vanity and grasping for the wind. Ecclesiastes is a really good book to read, and it's just so good. I'd like to, as I reflect every time I read that, all of those things that are mentioned as vanity, the things of this earth, is vanity because they fade away, right? Or the moths eat, things rust. We labor all of our lives, right? And we think, okay, well, I'm going to rest. So we spend our whole lives, I'm going to build this, I'm going to obtain this, I'm going to all of these things. And then that the status, the image, the wealth, our castles. And then we have little bits of time at the end of our life. And then we go. This is vanity. But what if instead of status and image and titles and stuff, it was about character and legacy, right? Not vain legacy, but legacy as a blueprint for others to grow. Our soul is the one thing that is eternal. When we turn away from the things of this world and we turn to God, He uses the fading things of this world, status and titles, our little castles that we build, money, all of that, as tools to develop our character, which is the whole purpose of this journey we call life. And God delights to bless us, and He delights for us the things in our life that help us to express our gifts and our talents. And within his plan for our life. And the toil and the struggle, right? That's the space that he meets us and he develops our character. When things are just handed to us, or when without the struggle of, or when our in the struggle of developing our character, our focus is on the thing, the status, the titles, the money, right? Or what we think it, what's God's plan in this, and we lose sight of that, then the whole purpose of the blessing is vain and empty. And the struggle is the most precious place in our life, because that's where God meets us and we are dependent on him. When it feels like the walls are caving in, when it seems like things are impossible, hard, God delights because he comes into that space, because we have no other way to go. We have no other option but into the arms of the Father, where he guides us and he leads us and he teaches us. And the harder the struggle, the bigger the assignment, right? It's easy to be comfortable. It's easy to get everything we could ever want. It's easy. But when we're in the midst of a struggle, God is teaching us. And if you are in a season of struggle, of pain, of hardship, feeling like you're against the wall, just know that God is equipping you and he's teaching you. And he already has the end of your story written, and he's got you right in the palm of his hands. I wanted to give that encouragement to you, because we are in very unique times in the world right now. There's a lot of people going through lots of hardship. But God is doing something in the midst of the hardship. So don't lose heart, don't lose hope, because he is with you. All right. You have a wonderful, blessed day filled with abundant blessings. Until next time.